I'm very happy to introduce tonight Mr. Rick Fleshman. I've known Rick for some time, gotten to know him better more recently as we've worked together, and Rick's been around the network marketing industry for a good long time. And while you could probably say that he's skilled in most of the aspects of network marketing because he's consulted on all of the different aspects of it, from products to bringing something to market to making the deals and the mergers. But I know one of his specialties is comp plans. And I have picked his brain a little bit about comp plans and about our comp plan in particular. And I just loved what he had to say about it. And I suspect that you are here tonight as well. Rick, are you with us?
I'm with you, Lorraine. Can you hear me okay?
We can. Thank you. Take it away.
Okay, thanks a lot. Well, thank you for that excellent introduction. And thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for having me on the call tonight. I'm so excited about what I get to talk about because it's the compensation plan. That's how we get paid in ZeroPoint Global. Well, I wouldn't be quite so excited about it if I didn't know that we as a team and as a group are on the cusp of something huge. And it's so amazing because 10 years ago was too early. But now things are changing and eyes are opening and realizations are being made. And as all that is happening, where are we? One word, positioned. You guys and me, we're positioned to take part in the bringing of the most amazing wellness technology to ever come to the Western Hemisphere and sweep the world that's ever come. And so if now is the time and we're positioned now, one of the most important things besides sharing these amazing products with people is also making sure we understand how it is we get paid, how all that works, and so maximizing the plan and not leaving any money on the table and receiving all the commissions that we possibly can by knowing the plan and taking the actions. One of the interesting things, and you heard Lorraine mention that I've been around comp plans for a while. Comp plans are designed to do one thing and one thing only, and that's drive behavior. And so as a rep in the field, as wellness consultants, it's great to look at the comp plan and say, what is the company trying to get me to do here? Because obviously they want something to happen to drive volume, to drive teams, and a good company like ZeroPoint Global is in business to ensure that their wellness consultants are being paid well. And it's always great when you've got people to point at and say, wow, this thing really works because they're making great money out in the field. And we have that opportunity because I'm telling you right now, this is absolutely the hottest comp plan I've ever seen. And I'm not just saying that. I want you to hold me to proving that as we go through this explanation. The beauty of this comp plan is that it is so simple and elegant that all we have to do is go through it a few times and we'll get it, okay? So because it is so simple, I just want to, if you're watching me on the webinar here and you're seeing my mouse move around, all you have to do is go to the opportunity section of our website, click on comp plan, scroll down a bit, and you'll see download the full compensation plan PDF. I keep that as a bookmark, and I will look at this thing. This is a PDF you can download to your desktop. You can print it out. You can take it around, study it. But there's one thing, there's a pitfall in every comp plan of every network marketing company, and that's the confusing factor. You see, as we grow older, we don't want to be shown up as not understanding something. And so if something looks confusing to us, we don't get it right away, our first instinct is to push it away and say, nope, that's too confusing. I don't get it. That thing is really confusing. Who wrote that comp plan? It's just so confusing. But in actuality, this comp plan is really quite simple. And I want to submit to you and have you relax about this a little bit. You're not going to get the entire comp plan with this overview that I give you tonight. But guess what? I didn't get it the first time I looked at it. I had to look at it a few times over and over, and it's just called learning curve. When you're on the back side of the learning curve, you don't get it right away, and the bummer is that it's around that curve, and you don't see that big word called, that big sign on the road path called understanding. You don't get it yet, and the beauty is, the elegance is, that it's only a few passes through to get it. Well, I came from a teaching background, and there was always something we were told in our education classes back in college, which was this: the best way to learn something is to teach it. I'll bet you've heard that before. It's quite an old adage. So what I would like you to do tonight is watch this with me and be looking for a few nuggets that you didn't get before. We'll have a Q&A if we have time at the end, and we'll answer a few questions. And guess what? There can easily be questions that I don't have the answer to. The beauty is I'll take those down, and we'll get an email out to the field that says, okay, here's the answers to the questions that Rick didn't know. And that's okay. And then the next thing is I want to challenge you to teach this comp plan to your people this week, and then go through the comp plan with the people in your organization and tell them, I don't know all the answers, but you and I are going to go through this together. And when you have a question that I don't know, I'm going to jot it down. I'm going to go offline and get the answer. I'll come back to you. The next time you teach that comp plan, you're already going to know those answers, and you'll be ready to go. It's just that simple. It takes 3, 4, 5, maybe 10 times to this comp plan, and pretty soon it's so simple, and you'll wonder why you were ever confused, okay? So I really want you to relax about it. Give yourself permission to be confused for a minute. Gather a few nuggets, and my goal for the end of this call is that you are able to say, I know more about the comp plan than I did before the call, and I'll know more next week. Now, remember, this is a weekly call, so be here every week, number one. And number two, go out and get a new wellness consultant in your group and get them on the call. And then call them afterwards and say, okay, what are your questions? Because you're already going to have those because you've already gone through it a few times. Well, the first thing to talk about is this discounted retail package option. All these are options about how to come in the business, okay? There's a bunch of them, and they're there because everybody's got a budget about how they want to come into the business. So you can start as low as $49, and I hope you can see my mouse moving around. You can start as low as $49 or buy a package as high as $18.99 to get started in your business. And it's just as simple as what budget works for you. Now, there are a few advantages of these, but the one big thing to understand is these are retail packages, which fulfills sort of a governmental regulatory agency requirement that we have to be retailing products. So the first purchase that anybody makes when they enroll, if they start with a product, is that they are buying a retail package from you to get started. One thing that you must know in our industry is that it's illegal to force people to buy product to start the business. That's why we have the Wellness Consultant Kit for $49. There's no products in this, and people can start their ZeroPoint business with this package for $49. They'll get the kit and no products. Here's the beauty. The very first next package at $99, it includes the wellness package. Still, it has a 42% discount off the retail price, which is $184.70 in retail products for $99, and the kit becomes free. So kind of a no-brainer. Go ahead and buy some products. Come in for at least $99 and get the oil Veras and get started that way. But there are so many of us that are starting at the top package. That's the Serious Executive package. Look at this, you guys. It's $18.99. It's a way to start your business. It's a 65% discount off retail, and it's $5,455 in retail products. My goodness, how could it possibly be that big of a discount? But it is, and it's simply in return for the commitment of somebody starting their mini franchise. That's what we call network marketing, is a mini franchise, or the franchise for the common man. It's a way to start the business and get a whole bunch of product to get started with. Build up a little inventory, a little display products, a little gifts, a little puppy dog clothes product, and it's a great way to start the business. Now, there are a few differences besides just the amount of products you get. I'll go into that in just a minute, but I want to tell you one other thing, and that's how to upgrade. You can upgrade to a package anytime, and notice like some of these packages, you'll notice all the way across here where it says volume promotes. Notice that that's in every spot in these packages. It means the volume from this package promotes you to one of the ranks in the comp plan. I'm going to scroll kind of fast here, But if you go down here and look, we have several ranks that get you through our comp plan, the consultant ranks, associate, manager, and executive, and through there. These packages will let you start at a higher level and get the commission just by starting your business with the package and showing that commitment. So that's a great thing to do. But just think, let's say somebody you bring into the business, the budget isn't there, they can't afford anything, so they come in with the $99 package. And any time later, and I mean years, there's no limit, you can upgrade to a higher package. Now, why would you want to do that? Two big reasons. Number one, you're going to receive that bigger discount. Remember, these discounts are less than wholesale. When they enter the business, they're buying product less than you could even buy it for as a wholesale product. So that's a big deal right there. And when they upgrade to it, they still get that discount. So if they start at the $99 and upgrade to the $299, they'll get the difference in products at the difference in price plus a small fee. Right now we call that an admin fee. And why is it there? It's there to reward people who start the business at the higher package and they get the full discount. People who don't start at the higher package, they're still going to get an amazing discount on the product, but it isn't quite as good as if they would have bought that package day one because of the admin fee, and it's just slightly more, but it's still a fantastic bargain for them to buy products. The second reason to upgrade is maybe somebody starts at the $99 package, and then later they say, well, I wouldn't mind being a senior manager and getting paid as that rank, even though I haven't built it quite yet. So that means you could, let's say you'll upgrade to the $18.99 from the $99, so you'll pay the difference in price, you'll get the difference in products, and then there'll be that little admin fee. You'll get that huge discount on products, but that allows you to be a senior manager for 90 days. So watch my mouse here. Senior manager for 90 days. It gives you the opportunity to receive commissions at a higher rank for a temporary period while you and your upline are building the business and getting you to senior manager. A little bit later, I'll go through what the discounts actually are, what the ranks actually are, and how to get there. I'm going to actually go to full screen here. I should have done that at the beginning. Sorry. There we go. Makes it a little easier to see. So I hope that explains the discounted retail packages, the upgrades, how to do it, and what the benefits are. And we're recording this, and we'll get it out. We'll get it onto the team website. That's teamzeropoint.com, and you'll be able to go through it a couple times. But it's extremely simple, and it's very fun. Okay, now let's go to this next page, and you can go through this on your own later too. There's 6 ways to earn income in ZeroPoint Global. The first one is the easy one. That's retail commission. Now that means you just get to buy wholesale and then turn around and sell product at the retail amount, and you collect a retail commission right on the spot there. But also, people can purchase ZeroPoint products from your personal website at the retail amount, and the retail spread comes to you in your weekly checks. So that's one of the commissions that we receive on a weekly basis. And then there's also a $50 retail commission on all personally sold retail product packages. That's also paid weekly. So that's retail commissions. Pretty easy. Now notice that number 2 here is quick start bonuses. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and show you those real quick. So quick start bonuses are simply bonuses paid on the discounted retail packages of the people that you bring into the business. And we have an absolutely outrageous a quick start program. The reason I say that, and here it is, it's at the last page of this thing. I think it's the last page. No, there's one more on there now, but it's the next to the last page. And the reason I say it is because it's called a tiered quick start. It goes in tiers, meaning, now let's just say we're looking at the Serious Executive packages for $18.99. Again, over $5,000 worth of product. The BV is $900. The retail commission is $50. Now, if you're an associate, you get a $100 quick start bonus. So that's a total of $150. Guess who gets that extra $250? That's the upline manager, and $75 to the upline senior manager. This is a huge reason to become a senior manager as soon as you can, because what is that, $475, $250, $350, $475 in quick start bonuses that you could get all of that. But if you're only an associate or if you're only a manager, the rest goes to the upline senior manager. So that's a total of $475 in quick start bonuses that you can get. Now, every package, as you can see, has a different amount of quick start bonus. So the Power Basic for $299, it's only 50 and then 10, 30, 10. So as the packages go up, obviously the quick start bonuses go up as well. So these are a fantastic way to earn income on the front end of our program. Day one, you get it gets paid on a weekly basis, and they're great. Now, if you compare these to the rest of the industry, they're extremely, extremely lucrative. Okay, so sorry to make you dizzy here scrolling around. The quick start bonuses. Now, the next way, and this is where the money starts getting fun, is in the team commissions. And all it means, it's a binary. So what does binary mean? It means two. It means you can build two teams, a left team and a right team. And you can see here it says left volume and right volume. We really ought to draw a line straight down through the middle of this. And the commission is 10% of the smaller. Cindy would earn 10% of the lesser team. So it's 10% of the smaller team on a monthly basis. Why would we do that? Well, there's a couple reasons. Number one is that we're giving you an incentive to build in the right place, which is on a team that isn't growing as fast. So get over there and do your building. And so it's 10% of the smaller of the two teams. Now let's look at this other part. Let's just say that Cindy, in this example, personally enrolled everywhere where you see a name, so James and Will and Melissa and Robert. Because it's only two teams, she already built James and Melissa into the program. Now when she's ready to sponsor Will, she's got to put Will below somebody, either James or Melissa, down below. That is one of the elegant parts of this plan, because what it is people helping people. James is going to receive a commission on Will and Melissa on Robert based on how they're building their teams. And keep in mind, if you're looking here at my screen, Melissa's line is here, and that's her left and right. And Cindy was kind of forced to help her by putting Robert in there. Now, there's a very big distinction here. It's going to become important later, and that's called the binary down line and then the line of sponsorship. If Cindy sponsored every name here, that means Robert is not in the line of sponsorship of Melissa, but Robert is in Melissa's binary down line. Later, when we talk about the number 5 and 6, the matching level bonus and the generational bonus, that's going to become important. So I want you to remember that. That's called binary down line and line of sponsorship. So that's 10% on the weak side. Now, here's something that does not ever exist in the world of sales anywhere. I've looked everywhere, and I've never been able to see this. Remember, let's use these examples that they have here. So $50,000 on the right, $70,000 on the left. That means there's a $5,000 commission going to Cindy this month. What's going to happen is she gets her $5,000. This $50,000 is flushed out and it goes to zero. Now, it matched against $50,000 in this side, so $50,000 of this is flushed out, and there's $20,000 left over. In essence, we're saying you didn't qualify to receive a commission on $20,000 of that volume, but guess what? We're going to save it there for you till next month, and if you qualify against it there, we'll pay you then. Where does that exist? So the plan is very not only lucrative, but it's lenient, and it waits for you to build into the position and get the commission. That's an amazing aspect of this plan. I'm so excited about it. Now, this part of the plan caps out at $300,000 in group business volume, which is a $30,000 monthly check. So if you're getting a $300,000 on your weak side and getting a $30,000 monthly check, that will cap out, and that's okay because the big money is down here, and this is sort of the front-end money, and that's why it has to cap out that way. Now, we also have number 4, bonus pools. Managers and above are eligible to receive bonus pools based on their rank, and this is one of the big, just amazing parts of this plan because it's 4.5% of the entire company's group volume goes into bonus pools. And again, why would we do that? Well, it's done that way, and I'm going to scroll down here to where I can explain these in the rank chart. This is one of the charts I show more than anything else. This is the one to study. This and the new one I'll tell you about in a minute. But the bonus pools are there for a very specific reason. You get a bonus on the entire company-wide group volume. It's a percentage based on a share value that I'll explain here in a second. Why again would the company do this? It's because that means you're receiving a commission on volume outside of your organization. And I can tell you, I have talked to many more than just one or two of our top leaders in our company, and I'm hearing from them constantly that they're working with people that are not in their downline. Why? Well, they're not really orphans, but they're people who have been sponsored by people who aren't doing the business. Yes, it happens. And they've been to an event, they met up with someone, they connected, and that person took them under their wing and they're helping them. They're doing that for two reasons. One is it's the energetic right thing to do, and it will come back to them tenfold, right? And then number two, it's the financial right thing to do, because if you're getting a bonus pool, then the more you help the entire company, the more commission you make in the bonus pools. Now let's look at this. As a manager, now I'll go through again what it takes to be these ranks in a bit. As a manager, you get 3% bonus with your first manager check. So 3% of the company's group business volume goes into a pool, and everybody that made manager for the first time is going to receive that a share in that pool. It's an equal share, so it'll just be split equally. It's only for the first-time managers because that keeps the share value higher, and it's a really exciting thing when you make manager and you get that bonus pool. But look at this. As you make senior manager, there's another 2% bonus on the monthly group business volume, and that is a monthly pool. So every month that you are paid as senior manager, you're going to receive your share of that 2% bonus. Now, you heard me say the word paid as. Let me just stop and explain that. If you achieve the rank of senior manager, to do that, in this case, you have to have 5,000 in group business volume on your small leg of your binary, and you'll be paid as a senior manager. Now, you have achieved that rank, and we call them pin levels in our industry, and it's just as simple as we usually give you a pin for getting there. So if the next month you only had 4,000 in volume, you're still going to be called a senior manager, but as far as paid as rank, you'll drop down and be paid as a manager because you didn't hit the 5,000. That's why it's good to get there and stay there and then get that 2% monthly bonus. Now, the executive manager pool is another 1%. It's every single month. So when you make this rank of executive manager, you get it. And then another 1% at executive director. And then I just noticed this as we spoke tonight. We've actually updated the comp plan document here, and we have a new rank called Diamond Executive, and that has a 0.5 or 0.5% Diamond Executive bonus pool. That could be huge because there aren't very many in the company yet. It's a brand new pin level. These bonuses are a very exciting aspect of our comp plan. That's bonus pools, okay. So now, number 5, matching level bonus. Now remember, this is where I want you to remember the difference between binary downline and line of sponsorship. Let's go back to this chart that we just used, and I mentioned if Cindy sponsored all of these people, that means Will is not in James' line of sponsorship because Cindy sponsored Will and put him down there. That means that Will doesn't collect on, James doesn't collect on Will down here in the matching level bonus. And some people let this part trip them up, but just listen to the call a few times and it'll become clear. It's really pretty easy. Now let's do it a different way. If Cindy sponsored James and James sponsored Will, then Cindy would collect this first level match, but then Will is on the front line of James, and James would get the front level match on Will, but Will would be on Cindy's second level, and Cindy would get the 10% on Will there. So that's how the matching level bonus works. Now what it is, it's a match on the binary check of your line of sponsorship. Look at this. It's up to 50% at the Diamond Executive level. 50%, even as an ED, you get it. 50% check match on the binary. Now, the founder of our company and the writer of this comp plan has said many times, that's Rick Bergen, he says, Focus on your people, and the money is in the match. And I have learned this is true in the few months that I've been really focusing on ZeroPoint Global, which is help people make a great binary check, because in the match, that's going to pay off for you. That means if somebody that you personally enrolled got a $1,000 binary check, then your match on that one person alone would be $500, 50% match on them. Now, the person that you enrolled someone, and then you get a 10% match on their binary check, and so forth, down 4 levels. Now, there's an excellent aspect of this, and it's right over here. It says compression. That means if you sponsored someone, who sponsored someone, who sponsored someone, who sponsored someone, and none of them did anything, you're not finished with your 4 levels, because the computer's looking at the first person that got a binary check, and there they are on the 5th level, let's say. That's your first level for the purposes of commissions this month, and it's going to pay you your 50% on that person. Then it's going to keep looking down for the next person that got the binary check, and boom, you got your commission there. It's a beautiful part of this comp plan, because it weeds out the dead wood. And let's just face it, there's people in our industry and in our business that enroll and don't do anything, and this sort of helps you get around them and still collect a nice commission. So these bonuses are paid monthly. They're paid on the 10% binary check that people get that's also paid monthly, and make it up through these ranks, because when you get up to 50%, that's pretty cool. Imagine if you sponsored 10 people who sponsored 10 people. All those people's binary checks, the first 10, you'd be getting 50% on, and the next 100, you'd be getting 10% on every binary check in the organization. But it doesn't stop there. It goes on to the matching generational bonus. This has not, oh no, it has been. Okay, so this is an amazing aspect of this comp plan, and it takes a few passes through before you really get how amazing it is. It took me 2 or 3 passes before I really just got the aha moment, but we've done some Super Saturdays recently where you see people get the money that's possible in this part of the plan. It's astronomical, and this matching generational bonus is what makes this plan one of the best in the industry. So the term generation is on generations of senior managers. So remember, I'm going to scroll down here to this rank chart again. It's based on senior managers. So that means, let's say you sponsored 10 people, and you look across those 10, and 4 or 5 of them have made senior manager. That's great. Then you look at another leg, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people down, and suddenly, finally, you find a senior manager. That person sponsored 5 or 6 people, and then there's a group down there. What this generational bonus is, and it's as an executive manager, it's 1 generation of senior managers. So the computer is going to go down through your personally enrolled tree, your line of sponsorship, and it's going to say, where is a senior manager? It's going to go across your front line and start looking on your front line and down. Person number 1, if it's 3 down to a senior manager, it'll start there. Everybody below that person in the line of sponsorship, you're going to get a 10% check match on everyone down to the next senior manager. That's pretty good. It could be hundreds of people that you're getting a little check match on. Then as you go up to executive director, it's 2 generations of senior managers. Now, what does that mean? Well, we got the first one. It starts with the first senior manager in a leg and goes all the way down to the bottom of the tree if no senior managers cut you off, or down to the next senior manager. That next senior manager as an executive director, that's your 2nd generation of senior managers, and all the people in their downline, line of sponsorship, who are not senior managers, everybody that got a binary check, you got 10%. I mean, that's off the chart, is it not? And then as a diamond executive, it's 4 generations of senior managers. And I'm telling you, as our company matures and we fill the group in, this is going to be, you're going to see, when you start seeing 100,000 a month earners in ZeroPoint Global, you're going to say to them, where is the money in your comp plan? They're all going to say it's these 2 levels, the matching bonuses, the matching level bonuses and the matching generational bonus. This is a huge, huge bonus right here. Okay, so let's talk about what what it takes to get to all these. And by the way, there's one other part of the Diamond Executive that I'm just jumping up and down about. Let's see, is it in here? I don't see it, but there's a bonus in there it's $5 a month, or I mean it's $5 commission on every enrollment package in your group down to the next Diamond Executive. I'm kind of looking through here to see it because this is, like I said, I was surprised to see this. It's brand new. I don't see it here yet. I think it might be down in this fine print, so we'll see it down there. But imagine if you're a Diamond Executive and all the people in your organization down to the next Diamond Executive, all of them are bringing new people in each month with those discounted retail packages. For every single package, you get a commission of $5. That's another just huge aspect of this. Well, the reason I wanted to show you this page any further is to show you what it takes to get there. And that's another thing I'm so excited about. This plan is extremely doable. I've seen comp plans where the reps are they're clustered in the second or third or fourth rank, and nobody's making those top positions. And that's very frustrating to people, and it means that the comp plan's too hard and it's prohibitive. In ours, and here's what you have to do to get there. If you're watching this, and I'm colorblind, but I think this is blue, in this it says qualification. To make senior consultant, you just have to have 100 group business volume in the small side of your binary. That's all it takes to get there. And then you get the retail profit and the binary check. As an associate consultant, it's 300 in group business volume on your lesser team. As a manager, you've done 1,000. Now, keep in mind, you can do it with a package. Now, remember, I'm going to scroll back up here to the top. I want to point something out and remind you. There it is. In the top package, the volume promotes you to senior manager for 90 days. That means you're paid as senior manager. At the end of the 90-day period, you'll be paid as what it is that you have actually qualified for. That's a very important part to remember. Okay, now the senior manager is the pivotal spot. Why? Again, I'm sorry to scroll around on you so much here, but remember, it's generations of senior managers. That's one big aspect of why senior manager is the pivotal position in our comp plan. And then later, none of these have structure in them until you get to executive manager. In the executive ranks, you have to have 2 personally sponsored senior managers. So that means you have to help people get to senior manager. So I would add to what Rick Bergen always says, which is focus on your people, the money is in the match, and then help people make senior manager and help them get to the next level after that. Because senior manager is 5,000 in group business volume on your small side. Now, as you build a team, I'm going to give you a little building strategy here. To make senior manager, there's 2 ways really to get there besides buying a package. To build it, there's 2 ways to build it. One is you and your team. Remember I said that. It's you and your team are building new reps, and the people are coming into our business with the discounted retail package. That's going to create volume that gets you toward that $5,000 a month or whatever it is, okay? That's the front end of the building strategy. Now, I'm going to show you in a minute why everybody ought to be on AutoShip, and so for that reason, the back end of making this $5,000 a month in your group, in your smaller leg, the back end is making sure your team is on AutoShip. But it's really a no-brainer. When you see it here in a second, you'll see what I mean. So 5,000 in group business volume, front end packages, back end AutoShip, and then just maintain that on a monthly basis. Okay. Now notice, okay, when you get to executive manager, it's 10,000 on your smaller team, and you must have 2 personally sponsored senior manager teams. Why do they say teams instead of just 2 personally sponsored senior managers? It's because if I sponsor a person who sponsors a person who sponsors a person, and that person makes senior manager, that counts for one of my teams. That's the beauty of the plan. It lets you drive deep and find people. There's a saying in our industry, it's a little harsh, but it's so true. It's a harsh reality, and that's behind every dud, there's a stud. Behind every dud, there's a stud. That means you can find a person and work with them on their circle of influence, and they find a person that might be that person, and so you're going to be rewarded because you work down through that leg. Now, as executive director, you've got 30,000 in group business volume, and you have 3 personally sponsored at the rank right before, the one that you were just at, 3 people. Then as diamond executive, you've got 75,000 in group business volume, and you have 3 personally sponsored executive manager legs or teams. It's really simple. Just go back through it. If I went too fast, it's really quite simple to understand. Now, they added a new chart on here. I'm not going to go through it too much, but this is a wonderful cross-reference to see what you need to do to get where you want to be and what you get for being there. It's just great. So if you say, I want to be a senior manager, you can say, well, see, there it is, and that means 5,000 in lesser team GBV. These checkmark means you can purchase an upgrade package to get there. Your personal BV needs to be 90. To maintain your carryover volume, it needs to be 50. And every possible aspect, like how much you get paid, what is your bonus. This is a wonderful document that's been added recently to help us understand, just with a quick reference guide about what you need to do to get where you want to be. So review this later. The best thing you can do is find out where you are and what it's going to take to get to the next step up. Now, I reminded myself up here with this $50, what it takes to do to maintain your volume. I'm going to scroll back up to the binary, and remember I said this volume will carry over for you. Well, you have to have, there's some things you have to do to get that to happen, or else it will flush and go away. One of them is be on AutoShip, which I'll explain in a minute. You've got to be on AutoShip, and you've got to qualify for the commission, you have to have 90 in a personal order or personal sales through retail, 90 BV. But to just get the carryover to build up and stay there, it's just 50. So if someone wanted to go dormant, and let's say they're going on an around-the-world trip for 4 months, they could just get that 50 BV going, and they wouldn't qualify for a commission, but the volume would continue to build in that strong leg. So that's what that is. Now, one quick thing I want to call your attention to is right on the home site, you can go to the news section, which is what I just clicked here, news, and scroll down and see this amazing article on why you ought to be on AutoShip. It's the AutoShip retention bonus. I'm going to skip down here for the great reasons to be on AutoShip. Look at this. If you're on AutoShip, you're going to get another 10% off the wholesale price. You're also going to personally qualify for a commission with 90 BV on AutoShip. You're going to build the carryover volume, I just mentioned this, with a minimum of 50. And then if you're on AutoShip for 3 straight months, you're going to participate in yet another pool in this company, which is 2% pool. Everybody on AutoShip gets to split it, and it's another 2% bonus pool that comes back to you in your check just for having been on AutoShip for 3 months, and it doesn't stop there. There's a leadership aspect to this. For every 3 people that you have personally enrolled who are on AutoShip for 90 days, you get another 2% for every 3 people, so that you could build that up. If you had 9 people, it'd be 246%. And it's split equally through the company. It's on a share basis. Also, if you're on AutoShip, you get free shipping on your AutoShip order every month. So what does that tell you? Pretty much everyone in our company is on AutoShip. They've been on AutoShip 3 months. They're teaching their people to get on AutoShip, and they're staying on AutoShip because it's. And then the other big thing: why make any wholesale order that isn't AutoShip? So I know my partner Calvin and I, every month we get together and we just say, well, what do we want in our what products do we want? If we want 3 red lasers, we're going to put them in the AutoShip and get the extra 10% off in the free shipping. So that's the best by far way to order product. Okay, so I'm going to hit escape here, check my time. I went a long time there, but we can open it up for questions, and we'll see if I covered everything. But who's on the console? Is it Carol? There we go. If you have a question, just hit *6. If I missed something, or if any of our other leaders are on the speaker line, if I missed something, please point it out so I can go into it, and we'll try to get that explained. If I don't have the answer, then we'll get it to you. Just hit *6 if you have any questions, or if anybody on the speaker line has a question, just go ahead and shout it out.
Rick, this is Carol, and you might want to mention that the free shipping when you purchase in your AutoShip cart is limited to the United States.
That's a great point. Thank you, Carol. So what it's actually limited to is any country where we have a distribution center. And, of course, right now that is just in the United States, so Carol's right. And we're looking to put one in Canada, and we're looking to put one in a couple other locations. And as we grow worldwide, we'll be able to do that free shipping. Obviously, we can't ship out of the U.S. for free. It's just too cost prohibitive for the company. Anyone else? Any questions or comments? Anything I should go over? Any leaders want me to say anything that I've forgotten? Anybody wants to ask a question, just hit *6. Okay, I must have done an okay.
I don't see anybody popping into the queue.
Excellent. Well, guys, like I said, I'll just finish up by saying that this is, in my opinion, the hottest comp plan in the industry. And right now, I'll finish by saying what I just said at the beginning, and that's we're at the cusp of something huge. And this, our positioning now in this company, is our opportunity to do something big financially for us, ourselves, our family, and beyond. It's our legacy income. We're the ones that were in on this next big wave. We missed it with the internet. We missed it with all those other things, the hula hoop and the frisbee and the personal computer. But energetic wellness is the next big thing, and understanding our comp plan is a big, big part of this. So with that, Carol, I'll turn it back over to you, or Lorraine, actually. Thanks for having me tonight. And I'll say goodnight from Southern California. Good night, everybody, and we'll see you on the next call.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you very much. And good night to everybody else.
Alice,
great job, Rick.
Great call, Rick. Good job.
Thank you.
Great job, Rick.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you. Good night.
Great call, Rick.
Good night.
Thank you.
Great job, Rick. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Carol. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Rick.
Thank you. Thanks for being here.
Goodbye from California, you guys.
Goodbye from California. Great job, Rick.
Thanks, Calvin.
And from Saskatchewan.